guys, for today's video, I thought we would just go check something out. As an M+ player, when I am out of an expansion, I like being out of an expansion, you know, as far as current content goes. Like, when I leave the War Within, I want to be done with the War Within as a max level character. If I come back, it's because I'm doing old content and I'm, you know, way past the level of it, right? And so I really dislike the return of dungeons. Like, Motherlode is in the mix this season. I don't want to redo Motherlode again. I did that for 2 years in BFA. You know? I really don't understand why. Like, I get people complained that it was 2 years of the same dungeon. That is a way better than having to redo a dungeon that you were so thankful to be done with because the expansion ended. And now it's like back in the mix. The other is because it fucks up your mount farming. And that's what we're doing today. I wanted to go do a quick check on Mechagon because Mechagon is one of those dungeons. It's a mega dungeon. New season. I haven't started yet. It just came out, so Workshop is the Mechagon dungeon for season 2. Now, Junkyard is the part of the dungeon I usually do for my mount farms. And realistically, we should be able to go in there, but because it's a mega dungeon and it's a 2-part dungeon, the entire place might be capped to an 80, right? So, you know, because when you go to solo it, it doesn't know that you're doing one section, right? It's only when it's, you know, when it was divided in BFA as 2 single dungeons, and now when it's divided for Workshop. But as a solo run, it's probably gonna not know the difference. So we're just gonna go over there. And so this part sucks because at first I was like, oh, thank God it's not Junkyard, right? But the problem is it might not matter. Okay, so I have I have my hearth, so I can we're just gonna quickly go there and check. But yeah, if this don't pan out, we are not doing our Mechagon farms for a while. And we just had this happen with Necrotic Wake. I had to, all of season 1, I had to put off Necrotic Wake because of this same issue. We are on Mythic, and let's walk in. And it's probably going to be 80 Elite, unfortunately. Yeah, sends us right there. Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. It doesn't even put you in the other part. It just immediately sends you to the M+. So yeah, that sucks. That really fucking sucks. Once again, this is why I hate that they reuse these dungeons. Because as an M+ runner, it's not fun for me. I have disliked M+ more since they started reusing these dungeons. And then as a solo player as well, it's not fun because I have to put off mount farming this place for a while. And you know what? The worst part is I run it for Peacekeeper. Peacekeeper is like half a percentage for the drop chance. Like, it's really not one of those mounts that you want to put off because it's such a low drop chance. You want to get every possible attempt in. And yeah, so to put that on hold till season 3 shows up, yeah, this is why M+ sucks now. You know, it sucks for two different crowds. You know, some of the M plus people, maybe you like it, you know, they are doing this because people were bitching that they were getting the same dungeons for 2 years straight. It's like, boo fucking who? You know? Like, literally, that's how it's always been. You know? And I like having all new dungeons for the period of a expansion, which is, you know, usually, well, we'll say 1.5 to 2 years, roughly. You know, mainly 2 years, but they're trying to do things a little quicker now. But yeah, this is just bullshit, you know? I've like every season I'm having to remove a mount farm. On one side, you can see it as, you know, also a boo-hoo situation, but the reality is this game is a solo player game, you know? And we pay a sub fee. I should be able to do what the fuck I want on my character who's running old content. You know, I think if they're gonna continue reusing dungeons here, and they're always gonna put mount dungeons in, you know, that maybe we have some sort of different instance for them. Maybe they add an extra mode to the dungeon, you know how it's like normal, heroic, mythic? Maybe we have a solo mode. I think it's time we do that. Have like a mode that says solo. That way you go to that mode, and if it's a M+, if it's in the M+ rotation, you just go to solo mode and you're running things as you normally would. Because it is kind of annoying having to swap out my mount farms every season. You know, just because of this crap. So yeah, anyway, I wanted to record that because I wanted to, one, show you guys that probably was going to happen right there. Two, it's nice to just know before stream tonight, because tonight it's Wednesday, so tonight I'll be streaming my mount farms, and I wanted to check it out before, you know, I waste my time going there tonight. So I guess I said I wasn't gonna really change the picture, but if Mechagon is a goner for at least a couple of months here, it's gonna be a while before we see season 3. So yeah, I think I'll swap the picture and we'll replace it with Necrotic Wake, and yeah, but yeah. Totally sucks, guys. I don't, you know, I've been wanting to do a video on why I dislike it, and this was kind of the perfect time to do it, you know, because I can straight out show you why, you know, because it literally ported us past all the bosses that I would farm, you know, like, yeah, like we can't even see those bosses right now. So yeah, that is it for this video. Let me know, what are your thoughts on this? When it comes to dungeons that we did before M+ showed up, like, sometimes that's cool to see it, but only for the first couple of times. It's like, yeah, I personally would rather the M+ rotations be the current expansion dungeons. I feel like I'm able to give my opinion on both sides, because I am an end game player, and I'm also a solo mount farmer. So, you know, and it does affect both sides of the thing. And like I said, I started enjoying M+ less when they started recycling these dungeons in. Because some of them I never wanted to see again. On a plus side, you know, fingers crossed, of course, but realistically, we should not see Mechagon in the rotation ever again after this, because we had both of these sides of Mechagon as M+ in BFA, because that's when it came out. And then in Shadowlands, they reused the junkyard section, which is the section that I farm Peacekeeper in. And then now, as you can see, we're in Workshop. So, realistically, Mechagon should be safe from any future M+. You know, like, yeah, they can always reuse it more than once, but it has been in the M+ many, many times now. So, you know, there's that kind of hope that, you know. But it is Blizzard, who knows? Anyway, that is all I got for today, so I hope you enjoyed, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.